15 years back, an engineering college fresher by name Balu came to my office looking for a sales job. He had not got an opportunity to qualify through the campus route, as a college could attract just two companies. The jobs were in manufacturing, which he was not interested. One fact Balu didn't tell me was that he had 30 arrears and he cleared it only during his final year. That possibly was the reason he may have missed the campus route. Nevertheless, he was there. He managed to convince my secretary to get to me. Normally, she would dispose of most guys, but if she thought the guy had it in him, she would send the person in. I decided to evaluate Balu. So I asked him straight away, "What makes you think you can be a successful salesperson?" Balu narrated a recent selling experience he had in Bangalore. He'd gone for a sales training. Out of the bunch of 30, the trainer had shortlisted just 10, 5 males and 5 females. Balu was one among them. The trainer dropped each one of them at 10 different spots and handed them each a dozen roses. There was an elegant looking plate to hold the roses. In the next 2 hours, the job was to sell the roses at the maximum possible price. The locations were in the prime spots of Bangalore city, where the elite would come shopping for the good things in life. Expensive clothing, jewelry, cosmetics, and the like. Places where the young and trendy hang out. Spots like Brigade Road, MG Road, Commercial Street, Indiranagar, etc. The participants were spaced apart and none could see the other. They were also not supposed to call each other. During the trip, all of them were quiet. They were strategizing how to go about it. They were excited but tense. Selling roses was no sweat. Selling it at a settled price was again okay. But selling it at the highest possible price within the allotted time, that called for ingenuity. And mind you, just before the start, to ensure nobody pulled a fast one, all of them were asked to deposit whatever money they had with the organizers. Balu decided, I'm going to target couples. Individually, no one was going to buy a rose except someone like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. In less than a minute, there's a couple coming from the opposite direction. With eager anticipation, he approached them. Aha! No, they didn't bite. Now mind, he consoled himself. The guys didn't have class. There's still enough time. A few moments later, another couple was on their way. The girl was literally hanging on to a man. Adorable couple, Balu thought. They're in love. They're surely gonna buy. Balu approached them. Aha! No luck this time too. He approached a third couple. The result was the same. Now Balu was worried. They had not even bothered to ask how much did the rose cost. Just then, he saw a happy-looking family coming out of a renowned store with their hands full of merchandise. He approached them. One of the ladies asked him, "How much?" Balu stammered, 10 rupees. She looked at Balu, wondering why was this well-heeled guy standing here selling roses? He should be doing something better. Anyway, she bought 2 roses. After the sale was over, Balu said to himself, I don't seem to be getting anywhere. 15 minutes are up and just 20 rupees to show for it. Balu said to himself, there's something wrong in my approach. He thought for some time and then it hit him. He realized what was wrong. The next couple was already on the way. He approached the man directly and said in a deep voice, won't you buy this special rose for the elegant lady? She'll compliment the rose rather than the rose complimenting her. The lady blushed. The man had no choice. How much, he asked. 50 rupees, said Balu confidentially. The sale was made. The next couple, again the same result. Now Balu was getting confident. In less than half an hour, 120 bucks. He paused and took stock of the situation. He had only 8 roses left. 50 was too less. In the next attempt, he raised the price to rupees 100. The man looked at Balu. Did he see some hesitation? Balu winked at him. He knew the guy would shell out, and he did. Balu now decided the benchmark was rupees 100 plus rows, nothing less. Also knew that he had to be selective. By now, he knew who would buy and who would not. He waited, and like he had anticipated, the next sale was made for 100 rupees. He sold 2 more roses at the same price. Selling 8 roses, Balu's revenue stood at rupees 540. He had 4 more roses and ample time to sell them. 3/4 of an hour was left. Balu decided to up the ante. Rupees 200 per rose it shall be. He met with a few rejections. He was more determined. Approaching the next man, and as the guy was contemplating, he looked at the lady and she smiled. Balu said, "Ma'am, this rose is what will add luster to that $1 million smile of yours." "Honey, what are we waiting for?" was a response to her mate. The sale was made. 200 rupees for a rose. No wonder Bangalore is an expensive city. Balu now polished his approach. The man was to be addressed for creating interest in the sale, and for closing the sale, the lady's influence would count. That was another learning experience. The next sale was also done for 200 rupees. With just 2 more roses, he attempted the impossible. No harm trying, he thought. He tried selling it for rupees 500. He was met with stiff resistance. Back to 200, he decided. Time was running out now, and he decided to close it out for rupees 200 each. Can you beat that sale? Rupees 1,320 for just 12 roses. When the team met late evening, Balu waited for the result. His heart was pounding. He was startled to know that 2 females had upstaged him with figures of around 1,500. A male colleague was also ahead of Balu. Balu produced a nice-looking certificate to back his story. I didn't wait any longer. I decided Balu was to be taken in. 2 years was all he stayed with us. He had by then managed to get into a bank. Today, into his 40s, he's already a deputy general manager in the same bank.
Subscribe our YouTube channel R4 Consulting, your consulting partner. Visit our website www.r4consultingindia.com.